Hi, I'm Jen.
Well, I'm Mia. I've played with Steve one other time. So I'm grateful to be here. Thank you very much. And yeah, I'm going to be running 5 characters through the Dungeon Crawl Classic funnel. So hopefully the one I like the most survives.
I'm Matt. Just happy to be here. I'll also be hoping to survive.
I don't know if anyone heard anything I said before, but I'm Steve. This is everyone else. Welcome. If you have not seen this channel before, we have 2 streams. On Mondays, like right now, we do this one where we try out lots of different tabletop RPGs. We change it up from week to week. This one, Dungeon Crawl Classics, we'll be playing for 3 weeks starting tonight. And then we're moving on to, I think Monster of the Week is next. On Fridays, we do our ongoing 5th edition game, where we are about to do episode 67 this week. So if you're watching us on Twitch, that's both Mondays and Fridays at 8:30 p.m. Pacific time. And if you're on YouTube, come check us out on Twitch. If you're on Twitch, go to our YouTube channel. There's a link below. And regardless of where you are watching this, there should be a link to our Discord below, which you can join and come talk to us. We're all on there. And some of us say things. It's great. So if you can read the tiny font on the screen, you probably are wondering why there are so many character names next to each player. Well, this game, Dungeon Crawl Classics, has an interesting method of character creation. We create multiple characters, and then we send them all at level 0 into a dungeon, and the ones that survive become level 1 characters that you will play going forward. We were scheduled to have a 4th player tonight. It was only going to be 4 characters per player, but unfortunately there was an emergency and he had to bow out for the night. We hope to see him next week. In the meantime, we have distributed his characters among the rest of us. So he had 4 characters, and each of these fine players here has taken one of his characters. I will be running the other one as an NPC just in case. But that's about it for announcements, I think. Wow, there's a lot of minis here. I decided to go ahead and do minis for every character, and there's a lot. I'm just knocking one over as I pick up another one. Okay. So, some things about this game. It uses funny dice like D30s and D24s and D14s. I bought some. I'm sure you guys probably didn't. If you want me to roll for you, go ahead. If not, oh, hey, Tony's in the chat. Hello. Please keep them alive, he says. Good luck. And if you want me to roll for you, I will. If not, you can use a digital dice roller, or you can simulate them using the dice that you have, whatever, as long as we get a random result. So, now that we have introduced the game and the basic concept, why don't we again start with Jen, and let's introduce who our level 0 characters are.
Okay, so first is Annabelle Pratt. She is an indentured servant. And normally I go crazy with the backstories, but since most of them are going to die, I decided to keep it pretty basic. Annabelle is an indentured servant to one of Mia's players. Perhaps she'll mention that when she gets to that guy. Jalen is a jeweler. Moira Underfoot, I have to say her last name because it's hilarious, is a halfling merchant. Peridot Cragborn is a dwarven miner. And Jeremias is a merchant. He runs the general store, so to speak. And this is one of Tony's characters. I'll do my best to keep him alive for you.
So Mia, what about yours?
Running quickly down the list, I have Beslin, who is a human scribe, basically a census taker, works for the local tax collector, not real popular around the town for that. Next we have Delco, Dwaddle Shrub. He is the master of Jin's indentured servant character. He's not exactly the kindest master in the world, but he is a mariner halfling. We have Manuki. She is a weaver / seamstress in the town, and is quite a bit taller than the average person in the town. And then there's Strack, who is a gravedigger, human gravedigger, who swears he sees ghosts in the graveyard. And Rosa is a healer. She's also human.
All right, I guess that leaves me. So I've got Deldrak. He's an Elven Chandler. He goes by Discount Deldrak because his Chandler prices are so good. I've got Samael, who's a Halfling trader. More on him, if he makes it. We'll see what he comes down to. I've got Sargento, who's a cheesemaker. This might be the first Sargento. I don't know if he's the same family or if they took his name. I've got Stefan, who's an orphan, and he's really good at giving people information about the town. He's a good tour guide. And then one of Tony's characters I've got is a jester named Towser or Tozer. I didn't name him, so I'm going to do my best to butcher only his name.
All right. I think I would say Towser is how I read it.
Yeah, I read it like that, and I thought, like Bowser, so I don't know. My best guess.
Yes, and then there is one more character that Tony created, which is Matthias, the squire, who will not be a player character, but he'll be around, and just in case all of Tony's other characters die, Matthias will be around as a backup. This is a game where one is encouraged not to get attached. So let's see how that goes. You all come from in and around a little village, which, as we have established, is a port town. And there's a lot of tension in the air lately. Many people in town, yourselves included, have been having disturbing dreams of late. You begin to dream of an alluring woman dressed in blue finery, her face shrouded in shadows, who confirms what you all have believed your whole lives, that your true destinies have been snatched away by sinister forces, that you're not living the lives you were meant to be living. In your dreams, you hear her voice. "Become my ally," she intones in a ghostly tapestry of indistinct voices. "And your enemies shall become my enemies. And together, we shall take back the life that was promised to you by the stars. Come and find me at the cliff." As these dreams continue over weeks and months, each of your characters becomes more and more detached from their lives. You start ignoring work. You have an increasingly difficult time engaging with family and friends. Seeing each of your acquaintances as a jailer in the prison of your life. Finally, these dreams become a mandate, and you leave home and follow the visions, hoping to discover this mysterious cliff that you've seen this woman standing on. You all travel in a daze, in a fever dream, your path dictated by strange omens and portents. In some instances, bandits will stop you to try and rob you, but seeing the looks on your faces, choose to let these mad people continue on their journey unmolested. Eventually, these now waking visions lead you to arrive all at the same time at a cliff overlooking the ocean. You arrive exhausted and confused. The scene is exactly as it appeared in your dreams. You are suddenly grateful, as this must mean you are not insane. There at the edge of the cliff is the woman who has haunted your dreams for months. There she is. She's standing behind a long table, incongruously set for a banquet here in this wild place. The woman is nearly 7 feet tall, wearing tattered finery of deepest blue. And for the first time you see her face. Somehow her head is that of a statue of a woman. Her features are inanimate and softened, as if the rain and the wind had eroded the statue head over time. In her left hand she holds 2 severed human heads by the hair. In her right she holds 3. As you approach, she holds up all 5 as if to greet you with their dead faces. Their dead eyes then open, and the 5 heads speak to you in unison, each in their own voice. Welcome, brave friends. I know you have many questions, but let them wait for now. I know you must be exhausted from your journey. Sit, eat, and rest. All of your questions shall be answered this day. You notice that one of the heads, a pale-skinned outlander with bright red hair, speaks in a foreign tongue. So this is the art from the book. That's what she looks like. I will turn her off now. And here's you guys on the cliff. The feast is laid out before all of your characters. There's meat, bread, cheese, vegetables, wine. You can sit and eat all you like. You guys are tired. She set this out for you. But you do notice something odd about it. Out of every 10 dishes that are set out here, 8 are fresh and delicious, but 2 are visibly rotted or otherwise despoiled. There's mutton crawling with maggots and berries that are green with old fungus. And they just look disgusting. So, what will you guys do? Anyone?
I think if Moira notices that someone sitting near her has a gross plate, she would, oh, that's disgusting, and she'd throw it, and then she'd share some of her food.
Okay. To be clear, it's not an individual's plate. It is, it's laid out banquet style. So it's just some of the dishes that are out there are disgusting. But yeah, if she wants to throw the gross ones away, she can do that.
So in that case, I'll say there's one sitting right in front of her, and she's like, this is so gross. And she picks it up and she just walks it off the cliff and throws it away, and then comes back and sits down.
All right. Anyone else?
Strack reaches for the closest bottle of wine, and he's like, "Do you mind?" And he just starts to swig off of it directly off the bottle
All right.
without waiting for an answer.
Stefan is just excited about all the food, so he grabs some of everything, the fresh stuff, the not fresh stuff. He's an orphan, so it's all better than what he's used to eating.
Yeah.
Delco grumpily says, "We have finally arrived here, and you serve us rotten food. This is unacceptable."
She doesn't respond.
Each of
Is
the
there-
others sit to
Is
eat.
there any fresh cheese for Sargento to critique?
Yeah. Most of the food is fresh. It's like 1 in 5 of the dishes here are old, and there's just way more food than you could eat.
Well, I'm gonna try.
Okay.
I got a lot of mouths to feed.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, Matthias is here too. He's eating. Mia, what were you going to say? You and Matt were kind of talking at the same time there.
Just that the others sit to eat.
Okay.
Manuki definitely eats heartily, as she is, again, a rather large and strong-looking woman.
So, let me ask you this. Do any of your characters eat any of the rotten food?
Yeah, Stefan definitely does. He doesn't care.
Stefan is the orphan, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Nobody else?
We'll say Peridot also does.
Okay.
Dwarven miner chick.
That's her. Cool. So when you guys finish eating, the woman will speak again with her 5 severed heads. She says, "Thank you, friends, for taking the dangerous journey to be here today. I know each of you, your minds and your hearts, and yet I must keep my identity veiled. If I were even to think my true name, it would instantly be sensed by our enemies, and they would race here to break our fellowship and confound our plans. Please let me be known to you as the Lady in Blue. Trust that I am a friend and not one that would mislead you. Know this, our enemies, who are indeed the enemies of all right-thinking people of this world, have kept you from living the lives you were meant to live. Each of you was born under the wrong stars, a misfortune fostered upon you by our enemies. But I wish to be your ally. I can set this misfortune right. If you wish to have me for an ally, I ask just this, that tonight, when the full moon reaches the top of the sky, you step off that cliff and onto an invisible bridge that does not yet exist, but shall exist tonight. This bridge will take you on a long journey across the ocean. This journey will be difficult, and some of you may not live to see its end. But for those who do, you shall find a hole in the sky, a porthole to another world. That world is a prison, and its warden is a Titan, a fierce creature that cannot be slain by mortal means. The Titan keeps a prisoner in a cage of alderwood. Its prisoner is our ally, and to say her name aloud would give my presence away to our enemies. At this, the lady in blue takes a cup of wine from the banquet table and carefully pours it there on the dusty ground. For a moment, you see a word written there, Dresta. A moment later, a mass of beetles bubbles up from the earth and devours the word. They disappear, leaving only bare ground. Never speak the name aloud. Friends, I would ask that you take this bridge tonight under the full moon to the hole in the sky. Free our ally. Those who do shall be my trusted friends, and I shall set their stars right with this. She gestures, and you hear an immense tearing noise, as if the spinning of the world was grinding to a halt. A seam opens in the morning sky, and you're looking through it into another world, one where a massive black monolith is the epicenter of what seems like the mother of all storms. The wind blows so hard you are all shoved back several feet, almost to the edge of the cliff. But your eyes adjust, and you see that the monolith is actually an immense black wheel. The wheel turns slowly and seems to be made of the night sky itself. You see stars clustered in groups or shining alone in its surface. As it spins, you feel as if reality itself might slip from beneath your feet at any moment. You clearly hear every word the lady in blue speaks, despite the hurricane winds. This is the Wheel of Destiny, one of the posters of the universe. For each brave friend who aids in the rescue of our ally and returns, I shall allow them to spin it once. One time, and the true destiny you were meant for shall be yours. With a gesture, she closes the seam in the morning sky. The winds dissipate. You see the remnants of your feast have all been blown into the ocean. So, what up? She has finished talking.
I mean, do we just keep eating until the full moon?
Now the food all blew off the cliff when she opened the sky up like that. So you have, it's still like late morning right now. There is a village nearby, the village of Merkin, which you guys passed on the way here. If you have any desire to go there and do anything, you can before nightfall and still make it back. Otherwise, you have nothing to do but wait.
Let's see.
Delco's like, I have no time to wait. Let's go to this village. Come, servant, lead the way.
All right.
Fine, says Annabelle.
Oh,
If she
yeah.
drags her feet even slightly, he pushes her from behind. Pick up your pace.
There's
Pick up your
violence,
pace.
man. What's it for?
It's funny. The halfling is mad at a human for not walking fast enough.
Yeah, it's like, move it. He's all like, tick, 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 tick.
One can assume that she's walking slowly out of spite on purpose.
Oh, totally.
Yeah.
She speaks of destiny. I feel comfortable in where I am. I am a mariner. I sail the seas. I trade. I make a good living. I have a servant. Maybe not the best servant, but she will do.
So, Delco, are you refusing the quest?
It's like, I don't know. If someone's asking him this, is like, I believe I will give it a try. I can always further my place in the world. if I am in, I suspect that I am worthy of much more than I already have.
Okay. All right. So let me put that question to everyone. Are any of your characters prone to refuse this and walk away?
No, I would say especially not Peridot, the dwarven miner. She is trying to restore her family's honors, because they're branded cowards, so she can't leave. She has to stay and do it.
Okay. So everyone's going. No cowards in the bunch.
No cowards here.
You're all
No
gonna
cowards,
take
yeah.
orders from the lady with the heads.
Strack is like, I am not quite sure. I'm a little concerned. She's a little spooky, but she obviously came to us for a reason. He's still clinging to that bottle of wine and drinks another big swig off of it.
Okay. So, is there anything you guys would like to seek out in the town?
Deldrak wants to see if there's any like knick-knack shops so that he can maybe get some of them and sell them for a profit back where he came from.
Sure. You can find knickknacks that are potentially profitable. Nothing of great value. If there was, you probably couldn't afford it. But yeah, you can find stuff.
Let's see.
Manuki would definitely see if there's any like better quality cloth and sewing materials in this town, as opposed to where she came from.
Okay. Let's see what there is in the town.
And I would have to say that Jalen wants to find another jeweler because she is fascinated with the intricate, multifaceted gems. So she's always looking for the next cool gem to just stare at.
Okay. Well, the town, it's a tiny fishing village. It is... you find a couple of guards on the way in. There are others inside. It's dominated mostly by a big fish marketplace. If you have any goods to trade, you could probably find buyers here. If there's anything you want to buy or are able to buy, you can get basic weapons, food and drink, and armor, things like that. In terms of knickknacks, I guess, like I said, maybe whatever they have, you can get. So, what was it that that Manuk was looking for? Cloth?
Yeah, fabrics of any sort.
Nothing especially worth getting.
Besta looks about the town to see if there's any value at all. Anything he can make record of and take back to the local census keepers. Can send some tax collectors to this place.
Well, Beslin would be aware that the village here is under the thumb of a local warlord, and trying to get any taxes out of it for anyone but him could probably cause problems.
Stefan is wondering if there's any hangouts or popular places with lots of people.
Well, there's a kick-ass fish market.
And that's where Stefan wants to go,
All right.
just to see what they have.
I mean, yeah, they wake up, they catch the fish, they sell the fish, they pay the warlord, they go to bed.
Nothing flashy.
Nothing flashy, no. Does anyone want or have the ability to gear up from any shops here?
Don't have much more than a few copper pieces.
Not the ability. I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that Towser is going to try to make some money off of the local folk by, doing jester things, juggling, telling jokes, putting a hat out, seeing if he can get any more copper pieces or anything like that.
Yeah. Why don't you roll a d4?
You rolled a 4.
Okay, you have made 4 copper pieces with your
Happily
crazy.
put them in my pocket.
Yes. Tony would like to remind you that Gimenez was pretty flush with cash.
So, let's go shopping.
Yeah.
Is there any armor he could buy?
Yeah, you could get some leather armor. There's not a ton of it available, but you could get enough. Gimenez could get enough for himself, and if he is so inclined, he could also buy a couple more sets. The leather armor is 20 gold pieces for one set.
Well, Gimenez does not have that much gold.
Okay, everybody's too poor. What's the cheapest thing here? Padded armor is 5 gold pieces. Anyone could pick up a javelin for 1.
Can Gimenez try to haggle down the price of that padded armor?
To what?
Let's start with 4 gold.
Okay. Let's see how to roll that. You want to try and get it down to 4 gold. Why don't you roll a personality check for Gimenez?
So forgive me, D20?
Yes.
Cool.
Carolyn says, R.I.P. everyone.
12 total.
12's not bad. You know what? You can get the padded armor for 4 gold.
It's a pleasure doing business with you.
Yeah. The merchant is unhappy and is unlikely to do this again, but Gimenez is just such a charmer today. So that padded armor gives a +1 AC bonus. And I don't know what a fumble die is on armor, but it's a D8 for the padded armor. We'll figure that out when the time comes, I guess.
Alrighty.
All right. So does anyone else have the means to buy anything? Or are you just going to be throwing fish? I think we're just throwing fish. Should I assume then that you all return to the cliff at nighttime?
Yeah, but I think Stefan is going to hang out in the town past nighttime just to see what the nightlife is like. But he'll get there.
Is he gonna try anything shady? He seems like a shady character.
Not shady. He's just looking for stories to tell. He's been awake for 3 days.
That's interesting information. All right. So, if Stefan is going to hang out in the town until nightfall, he would know this from the trip here, but he's not really going to have time to get back before the moon is high in the sky.
So I would say that he leaves in time to get back so that he can, take the journey, but he's straggling behind from everyone else.
All right. So noted. You guys return to the cliff, and you wait. Your instructions were to wait until the full moon was at its peak in the sky. So at that time, nothing apparent happens. What will you do?
So Deldrak has some heightened senses, being an elf.
Sure.
He's going to do the Last Crusade thing. He's going to find some sand and just start throwing it off the cliff to see if anything happens.
Okay.
This invisible.
Roll. You know what? Roll luck.
So I'm still rolling a 20, right?
Yeah, and add your luck modifier if you have one for Deldrak.
So 16 total.
All right, yeah, you throw dirt for a while. It's a little difficult to see because of the nighttime, but you are an elf, and there is a spot where the dirt seems to land on something unseen in the air. It's right around here where the lady gestured earlier. The dirt just is not falling.
So then Deldrak is going to ask everybody else if they're willing to take that first step.
So Annabelle pushes past Delco and says, I'll go.
Sorry, which one was Annabelle?
She's Delco's servant.
Okay. Her.
He hurriedly tries to grab her, piece of her clothing as she goes by. He's like, don't you dare, I could not lose a good servant. But is unable to, I guess, if she moves too quickly.
Okay. Yeah, I was going to try and call for a contest there, but if you just want to roleplay that he missed, that's fine.
Yeah, whatever you want to do.
I don't know how it works, so I was going to make it up. I think we all know she's getting to the cliff eventually, so yeah.
I was gonna say it'd be funny if she turned around and she's like, no, and like did the female the slappy thing where he's trying to grab her.
That'll get you killed.
We'll talk about this again later.
Are you stepping off, Annabelle?
Absolutely.
Well, I will use this to mark where the bridge is. It is invisible, but by feeling around, you can discover its dimensions. It's about 20 feet wide, 2 feet thick. It feels like stone cobbles underneath, and it just hangs in the sky, invisibly, with no apparent support or anything.
Alrighty, she'll turn back and say, Looks like she was right. The bridge is here. Come on out if you're brave enough. And then she'll turn and like walk a few more steps away.
How many more steps?
That's far enough for now.
Okay. I like the scary DM questions. This game lets
Delco will
me-
follow. Yeah, that he'll like come up to the edge of the cliff and like look down and then like jump towards her.
I don't
to make sure
remember which one of these guys I said was Delco, but let's call it this one.
That looks right.
Yeah.
She's disappointed that he was brave enough to follow.
Is he brave or is he just stubborn?
Stubborn.
He can't be shown up by his servant.
Absolutely not.
The horror.
What about the rest of you guys? Is anyone going to chicken out of stepping onto the invisible bridge? Or should we assume that they all go?
All my characters will go. Everyone's going.
All right.
Strack is keeping a close eye on Rosa and follows her lead, and she will go.
Okay.
She's like, my services as a healer may be needed in this quest.
All right. Well, I will just turn off the camera for a moment while I reset things. You guys do continue on. Let's see. Just a lot of miniatures here. Hopefully we get rid of some of them soon.
I was going to say, I think Peridot Cragborn is going to succumb to her family fear and just be like, all right, I guess we Cragborns are just fearful. I can't do this.
Oh, Peridot is leaving, huh?
Well, she will attempt to leave.
Okay. If she is refusing to go on the bridge, she can indeed turn and walk away. At which point, she is not seen again.
Alrighty.
Strack is a little drunk. I don't know if he would stagger enough to fall off the bridge at some point.
Oh, you know what? Give me... Strack, with his drunkenness, begins to lag behind the rest of the group. At some points, getting confused enough to actually walk the wrong way for a few steps. At which point, he discovers that the bridge behind the group, about 60 feet behind, has ceased to exist. So I will need Strack to make a reflex save, please.
Well, 17.
Okay, he has passed. He has discovered the edge. It is about 60 feet behind the group, and he has avoided falling off of it.
At
But,
that edge, he's like steps like half, and he's like, whoop, well, whoa, okay, and then he backs up and kind of falls on his back, and then rolls over and gets up and starts to crawl back to the group.
Okay. Yeah, so because of Strack's drunkenness, what everyone has now discovered, assuming Strack will tell them or that they saw it, is that there's no way back. Once you have gone, once everyone has gone more than 60 feet, the beginning of the bridge starts to disappear. So you have no choice but to move forward, and this trip will take you 3 days. On the first day, the bridge, which you still cannot see, is gently rising upwards to a height of about half a mile over the surface of the ocean. Dawn eventually breaks, and the day is sunny, but the air is quite cold up this high, and land is completely out of sight. You're going to have to sleep on the bridge, if at all. It does get dark and then light again. On the second day, by midday, it starts to rain. By late afternoon, it becomes a storm. And I will need every character to make a luck check. So let's go systematically here. We will start with Jen's characters. What is Annabelle's check? I think you're muted, Jen.
Sorry, 20 total.
Okay, she has passed. How about Jalen?
9 total.
Okay, I actually need to look up how luck checks work because this thing isn't giving me a DC. I just assume 20 is high enough, but 9 I don't know. I feel like this would be an easy thing to do. Oh, a luck check. Oh, you need to roll low. You need to roll equal to or less than your luck score. So Annabelle might have failed. What is Annabelle's luck score?
11.
Okay, she has indeed failed. And Jalen?
Her score is 8. She rolled a 9.
Okay, so they have both failed. How about Moira?
Her luck score is 7, and she rolled a 6.
Okay, she has passed. And Jeremias?
His luck is 8, and that's exactly what he rolled.
Okay, so he passed. Annabelle and Jalen will need to make a reflex save now.
Copy.
This is to avoid falling off the bridge in the wind. They're being blown by the wind and rain.
Ah.
Yeah.
So Annabelle rolled a 12.
Okay.
And Jalen rolled a 13.
They have both saved themselves from falling over the edge. Let's go through Mia's characters with the luck checks. And now that we know how to do it, you guys can actually do them in advance, Matt, if you want to roll all yours. You're trying to get at or under every character's luck score.
Manuki failed. Excuse me.
Okay.
Delco succeeded.
Okay.
Strack succeeded. Beslin failed. And Rosa succeeded.
Okay, Beslin and Manuki will need to make reflex saves, please.
Let's see. Manuki rolled a 10.
All right.
And Beslin. Ooh, that can't be right. That is right. Rolled a nat 1.
Well, unfortunately, Beslin has ceased to be. The storm winds and the wet, invisible cobblestones are just too dangerous. It is, in fact, a miracle that so many people did not fall off. But Beslin had to go. Please remind me Which one was Beslin?
That was the scribe.
Yes.
The unpopular scribe, so nobody's really going to be that upset, perhaps.
Oh, poor Beslin.
Poor
She's
Beth.
like, writing in her book, and the wind gusts, like trying to make record of what's happening, and whoa! And you see her vanish into the wet, gray sky.
Yeah, she goes down half a mile and splashes into the water with such force that she is killed on impact.
Bye bye, Beslin. Bye bye.
It is cold. It's miserable. Beslin's dead. Everybody is disheartened. Any character with a stamina score of 7 or lower is about to get sick from the cold and the wet. Who do we got?
We're all in the clear.
Okay.
So I think I may have lost somebody to the bridge.
Oh, I'm sorry, Matt. I forgot to check your rolls. But yeah, who'd you lose?
So Samael and Stefan both failed the luck, but Samael rolled a 15 on the reflex.
Okay, good. And Stefan?
And Stefan ends up with a 6 on the reflex. So I don't know if that.
Yeah, he's going over
ruins
the
his
side. Which one was he? Please remind me.
He's the orphan.
Oh, that guy. I liked him.
Yeah.
You know, past tense.
It's like in the wind, Delco just sort of gives him a little elbow
Oh,
toward
God.
the edge.
This guy is such scum. Okay. All right, well, we're down. You've each lost 1 at this point. So that's going along. And so far, none of Tony's have died. Let's see if we can do something about that. Anyway, as I was saying, thank you for reminding me, despite it costing you one of your characters, Matt.
My favorite character.
Yeah.
He had the hottest club.
I get it. So, as I was saying, anyone with a stamina of 7 or lower starts to get sick. Who you got, Jen?
Moira. Moira Underfoot.
Anyone from Matt?
Yeah, Deldrak is sick. Samael is sick.
Okay.
And checking Tony. That is it. That's it.
Deldrak, Samael, and Moira. That's it? Okay. Anyone who is sick is going to take a -1 penalty on attack, damage. Attacks will still do a minimum of 1 point of damage if they hit. So a -1 penalty to attack, damage, and ability checks, and skills checks that are based on physical things, strength, agility, or stamina. Any sick character who gets 8 hours of rest will be able to make a fort save to recover. Good luck getting 8 hours of rest on an invisible bridge over the ocean. So, the storm abates around midnight. And then eventually day 3 dawns. It is cold and windy. At midday, you all pass over the wreck of a ship on the ocean. As you do, a pack of sea shrikes, warty and odious bird-like monsters that had been resting on the shipwreck, fly up and attack. These beasts have feasted on adventurers traveling over the bridge for many generations, it seems. And they were definitely waiting for you guys. So, I have completely forgotten everything I read about combat and turn order and all those great things. So let's see what we can do. Oh gosh. Where are you guys? I have too many windows. Okay, here we go. I am gonna turn the camera back on here. This is you guys walking the invisible bridge. And let's see. Maybe one of you has better reading comprehension than me on the combat, but I will look it up anyway. Okay, so we are going to roll group initiative because we are still at level 0 and we have a lot of characters. So each of you will roll initiative one time using the highest initiative modifier among your characters. And then I will roll once for the monsters. So that is the highest initiative modifier of your surviving characters, of course.
Don't be rude.
No, I will. Here's a sea shrike. Here's one. I know it looks like a bat, but it's a sea shrike, trust me. Here's one coming up here. There's one over here. They always fall down. Stupid bat. Okay. So, Jen, do you have an initiative score for me?
17.
17, Jen. Mia. I think you might be muted.
Let's see. Highest was Manuki at an 18.
Okay, that's pretty good. And Matt.
So I rolled a 20, and then my highest modifier is a +1, so I guess a 21, I think.
Yeah, that is what that means. And the sea shrikes have rolled 9. Okay, so the way this works, at least at level 0, is you get 1 action and 1 movement per turn, per character. I am going to say that by the time you guys realize what's happening, 3 of these things are on the bridge with you. So there's 1 here and 2 here. Matt, you rolled highest, so what will your characters do?
I mean, I have no idea where my characters are in relation to the creatures.
Okay. Let's see. Deldrak is... Sorry, this is not him. I'm just standing this one up. This is Deldrak. Samael, what was Samael's job?
He is the trader, the halfling trader.
Oh, he's this one.
Okay.
And Sargento is this guy, the hunchback. Towser. What was Towser's job?
Towser's the jester.
Oh yeah, he's here. He's doing his official jester pose.
So I'm just conveniently in the middle of everything.
Yes. However, Towser has a clear shot. There's nobody between Towser and this Sea Strike, except gravity.
Let's see what Towser can do. Well, he has some silk clothes and some darts.
Some darts, huh?
He does have some darts. So why don't I dart at that clear shot that I have?
Okay.
So I rolled a 4. I imagine that doesn't get me very far.
No, it doesn't. The dart is greedily swallowed up by the Sea Strike.
But that might do some damage later, right?
Yeah, I'm
Swallow.
sure later on he's going to have problems, but right now...
Indigestion or something, just some...
It's the intimidation that's most important to him right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think the rest of my characters are going to sit back and see what everybody else that's closer does.
Okay.
Can I move the jester towards the middle, though? Can he move?
By move towards the middle, you mean run?
He has to get away from the thing he just
Yeah, he can.
randomly
He
threw a
can
dart at.
get without shoving everyone off the bridge. He can get that far, I think.
Sounds good.
Okay, Mia, you rolled next highest. So
Strack is standing right there next to the one that Towser just tried to spike, so they'll swat at it with his gravedigger's shovel.
okay, I know it looks like an axe, but trust me, it's a shovel.
Got him. Got him.
Got him. All right, what do we get?
And put Deeds might roll. Nope.
Yeah.
Let's see. I'll try to interpret this one second. That's a 4.
Wow. No, once again,
Terrible.
the 4 does not hit. Oh, I love level 0.
Yeah, he's like whoosh. He kind of staggers a bit because again, he's recovering. He has no alcohol. He's got a bit of a hangover.
He works better when he does have the alcohol, yeah.
Yeah, that drunken master fighting style.
Okay. I'm trying to turn the lights up so you guys can see a little bit better. I don't know if that is better or not, but it's brighter. Okay. Anything else from the other characters there, Mia?
Let me see. I'm not sure where everybody is.
Here's Delco.
Okay.
Manuki was the... oh, she's here. We've already done Strack. And here's Rosa. So Delco and Rosa are both up front. Manuki's kind of in the back.
Can Manuki then move back and try and strike the one that
Yes.
Strack just tried? Okay. She rushes forward. She pulls out her dagger and cuts at this creature with a 14.
Oh, that is a hit.
And it says auto damage of 3 points.
All right. What is this? Oh, wow. Look at this. Manuki has killed one. It is dead.
Way to go, Manuki.
Yeah.
She pauses for a second and he's like, yes, yes.
Yeah, You know what I'm going to do for you, Mia? And I don't know why I didn't think of this earlier. I'm going to move Delco to the bottom. That makes way more sense than just having him right at your eye level. I was obsessed with alphabetical order before. There, Delco. All right.
You just lose the dwaddle shrub. I just gave that to him because it just sounded terrible.
I know, but like if you give them the name, I have to put the name there. My pets have last names, you know, and not mine either. They have their own last names. Okay. So that was Manuki and Strack. Delco and Rosa are here, right next to each other. Either one of them could easily get to either of these two shrikes.
Delco will basically shield himself behind Annabelle. And Rosa just prepares to heal anybody that may get injured.
Okay. Jen?
Where is Annabelle?
Right in front.
So she's going to roll her eyes when she sees Delco dart behind her. And then she's going to step up and try to hit the shrike, you said they were called?
Yes, they are called sea shrikes.
She's going to try to baseball bat it in the face with her staff.
Okay. She can move up a little and get him.
Oh my god. Okay, so she got a 5.
She whiffs it.
Yep. That's all right. Where's Jalen?
Oh gosh, what does Jalen do for a living? I memorized them all by their jobs. The jeweler, right here.
Okay, let me pull up her sheet. She only has a dagger. Darn it. I was going to say, can she try to attack the one that's flying there? But it's probably not close enough, right?
This thing is on the bridge. So she could run up.
I meant a different one, but yeah, okay.
This one off the side?
Her, yeah.
This one's still pretty far down. It'd be pretty hard to attack, even if you did have a ranged weapon. You can't tell where the edge of the bridge is.
Jalen's ready to defend her destiny. She's going to run up and try to stab the shrike, like you suggested. And let me see if there's any modifiers for... she rolled a 7 total.
Okay, she has missed.
I see Moira back there.
Yeah.
I'll have her run up to the closest one she can get and have her take a stab. I don't remember what weapon she has. She's using an expression.
What is Moira's speed?
She's a halfling, 20.
20. I don't think she can get to anyone.
Oh, darn it.
The one that she could have gotten to is the one that already died. But she can make progress. She can get to like here by weaving around the larger folk.
Cool. So she'll do that. And then Jeremias, I see him there in the center too. Can he make it to anything this round?
Yeah, assuming he moves before her. He's got like 30 feet? 20
yeah, he's human.
Yeah, he can get to that one.
So, in a way that doesn't put his back to danger, I would like him to stab at that one.
What is he using to stab?
He's got a dagger.
Oh, cool. Everybody's got daggers.
Well, Moira wanted to get into it, but she had a short sword, but she's not...
Hey.
Whatever, she can't go fast enough. So.
Hey, Manute killed one with a dagger. It can be done.
Yay. So Jeremiah got a 2 to hit.
Okay, it can't be done by him, but it can be done. Is that everyone? That's everyone, I think. Yeah. All right. Well, the Shrikes will now attack. First one's dead. That one that Manuk attacked will counterattack her. Grab my little dice tray here. It gets 5 to hit Manuk.
She's got an armor class of 10.
Well, then it misses her. The other one is going to go for Gimenez. Sorry, Tony, but it's got to be done. And it's 6 against Gimenez. Jen, are you still there? Oh, you were frozen for a second.
Oh, yeah, internet hiccups. I was about to text you guys. Okay, I'm back. Yay.
All right. Gimenez has just been attacked for 6.
I'm sorry, Tony. He's got 4 hit points.
But did he get hit? What's his AC? 6 is the attack.
Oh, I'm
roll.
sorry. Oh, God, I'm sorry. I got disoriented with the internet
Yeah.
problem. AC 10.
Okay, so he is missed.
Phew.
All right. However, the other sea strikes come in. One's going to land right here by our jester friend, and another is coming for Strack. So this one Towser's the jester, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, this guy's attacking Towser. That's 19 to hit.
Oh, ouch.
I mean, it's gonna hit.
Yeah, it is. Damage. Oh, 1D. I get to roll one of my crazy dice. So 1d3 damage. Two damage.
All right. So Towser is alive. What kind of attack was it? So I can tell what he's very badly done.
It was a bite.
So he's alive, but he's very badly bitten.
Yeah. I see Jason commenting on the size of these things. I just grabbed some bats. Some are huge, some are not. Some are tiny bats, some are big bats. They are what they are. So next, we will go for Strack. That's 10 to hit.
He's got an 11 AC.
Wow, he's tough. One last one of these guys is going to come up and go for Sargento, who I unilaterally decided is a hunchback. 4 to hit Sargento.
So Sargento has a 10. So
All right, you guys have survived the Shrike's first round of combat.
so all my characters are around that one that attacked Towser, right?
Say that again.
All of my characters are around the one that attacked Towser.
Not all of them, but here's Deldrak, and this is Samael. Yeah.
Samael.
Sargento's over here. He's got his own problems.
Okay. One of them is the cheese. Let's see. This may be it for Deldrak, but I'm gonna have Deldrak can attack the one by Towser, correct?
Yes, he can.
All right, so he has scissors, which are used as a dagger. So I'm going to attack with those, and you'll have to forgive me, but I don't. If I get a hit, I don't know what I'm supposed to roll to tell you what damage is.
Oh, I bet I can pull that up.
So I rolled an 8.
Well, you missed.
Well, I tried.
So it's moot.
And Samael can also attack that same one, right?
Yes.
So he has a short sword, and the same thing applies. If I get this, I don't know what to roll. But I didn't. I got a 1, so it's comically bad.
Okay. Yeah. Anything from Sargento?
Where is he? Is he by the other?
He is here. This new guy has just come and taken a swipe at him, but missed.
Okay, let's see what Sargento can do. Yeah, I'll take a swing at him. He has a cudgel, which works as a staff, so I'll take a swing at that bad guy.
All right.
I got an 18, so I finally hit something.
Yeah, you did. That's definitely a hit. And then the cudgel works as a staff, you said?
Yeah.
1d4 damage.
Right, I have one of those. A 1.
Okay. Well, you have hurt him but not killed him.
Do I get if I have a +1 on strength for him, is that technically a 2?
I think actually it should be, but I mean, I have too many game systems in my head right now. Okay, so attack. I don't know if that modifier affects only the attack roll or if it also affects the damage.
Oh, well, no, that makes sense. Yeah, it would just be a 1.
Yeah.
That wouldn't make any sense.
We'll call it a 1 for now, and we can look it up later. We'll have our break coming up in 10 minutes. So, Mia's turn. What do we got?
Strack will hit back at the one that just tried to bite him.
Okay.
With a 4, so that's a miss.
Yes.
And Manuki's standing right there with a dagger, so she will also give a shot.
I hope Manuki kills 2 of them.
And a 4.
It's slippery. The bridge is invisible. It's hard.
Hard to find your footing, exactly. Where's and Rosa was at where again?
Rosa's right here. She hasn't done anything.
Can she maneuver and like help Sargento with that one right there by him?
I believe she can. Yeah.
She does have a club with an 8.
That is a miss.
And not to be outdone by his indentured servant, Delco decides he will throw a dart at the one there by...
Just moving over so he can see.
Oh, I'm sorry, he's got a knife. It was Veslin that had the dart.
Okay. So is he going to move up to use his knife?
Yes.
Okay.
Not to be outshone by his indentured servant.
Well, here we go.
Let me show you how it's done.
Yeah, show us, Delco.
And he rolls a 2.
He missed. All right. Jen, you're up.
Okay, Annabelle's going to roll to attack also. She got a 19 to hit.
That is a hit.
So 1 damage on that one.
Okay. We still have Jalen, Moira, and Jeremias.
Okay. Where's Jalen? I forget.
Here she is.
Okay. So I'm gonna go with Jalen and Jeremias since they're both right there.
All right.
Jalen's gonna attack with her dagger. She rolled a 20.
She hit.
For 2 damage.
Okay.
Unless there's some crit rule that I don't know about, but
Wait, what? Why did you roll a 20?
yeah.
Oh, you rolled 20 on the die.
Yep.
Oh, I thought. Yeah, there's lots of crit rules. There are tons of crit rules.
Oh, no.
Okay, this gets fun. Sorry, I thought you had a modified 20.
Nope.
Okay.
I should have specified.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, yes, there are crits. There are tables and tables of crits. Let's see. Crit tables, page 82. Looking things up is part of this game. Okay, this is for all 0 level characters. Please roll a d20.
11.
11. Ah. You have done a piercing strike. In addition to your original damage, inflict 2d4 more damage.
Well, that thing better be dead.
Yay! 3 more damage.
Yeah, it's gone.
Go Jalen.
Jalen killed it. What was she using? A dagger?
She's dagger.
Yeah, okay, so she somehow managed to get that thing right into its eye, so far in that she almost lost the handle, and the peak of the dagger, the tip of the dagger comes at the back of its head, and then she pulls it out, and it falls off the side of the bridge into the water. Well done, Jalen.
Gross. I love it.
Yeah, you do. What about Moira? Moira's here.
She's running on her way there. She's probably not even going to make it in time. I'm going to have...
But she does have 2 new shrikes much closer to her.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
She could probably get to this one easiest. The one that
Then-
Sargento was fighting. In fact,
8.
that is a miss. Yeah, guys, the crits are one of the most fun things in this game. There are tables for different kinds of crits based on your class. So wizards and level 0 characters get 1 table, and like the warriors and clerics get other tables. They get pretty crazy. So now with that miss,
Jeremias.
what's that? Oh,
Jeremias
yes.
hasn't tried yet.
My bad. Go ahead.
So he was going to step up to the one that's nearest him, and he rolled 11 to hit.
Okay. That is a miss, unfortunately.
Oh.
Just barely a miss. The shrikes will now go. This one's going for Gravedigger Man again. Total whiff. Wait, is there a crit fumble table? Fumble. Attacker must roll on the fumble table. Where is it? Where's the fumble table? It's probably on the next page. Yes. Oh, modified by luck. Okay. Well, I don't know about this. Where's my D16? It's ridiculous. Okay. So this Shrike gets a fumble, and joints freeze up. He can't move. Surely this is describing joints of armor that are supposed to freeze up. I don't know if I'm using the right table for a monster, but whatever. That's what we're doing. He's frozen for
arthritic.
For 2 rounds. Yeah, he's old. His joints locked up. What are you going to do? So this one is going for Towser. He gets an 8 to bite at Towser.
That does not bite.
Okay. This other one's biting Sargento. 13.
Sargento gets a bite.
He takes 1 damage. 1 bite damage.
Sargento is annoyed,
Yeah.
but alive.
I would be too. Our other Shrike over here is going for Annabelle, who is persistently annoying it. 13 against Annabelle.
That definitely hits.
2 damage there.
She's still kicking.
And the last of the Shrikes lands over here by Jalen.
Lands gracefully.
Yeah, whatever. There it is. 12 to hit on Jalen.
That's a hit.
And it would be, wouldn't it? 2 damage.
She's still up and kicking.
All right. That will be Matt's turn.
Heed well, listeners, for this world is darkness and pain. From the ice-capped mountains of Jotunheim to the untamed steppes in all their wide.
Okay, I hit a keyboard shortcut that I didn't know was still programmed into OBS, and I started up our intro for the other show. It's hopefully I remember to cut that out of the YouTube version. But Matt, go ahead and tell us what you're doing for your turn.
Let's see. Deldrak is going to take another swing at this. I think he's closest to the one up in the top middle.
Yeah, Deldrak, Towser, and Samael are all adjacent to it.
So he rolls a 17.
Yeah, that's a hit for sure.
And he has a dagger, so is that going to be a D4?
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
Yes, that's a D4.
Yeah, that's what everyone else has been rolling, I think. Yeah, D4.
So he hits for 2 damage.
Okay.
And Samael is going to also go out with his short sword.
All right.
For an 11.
That is a miss.
But a narrow miss.
Indeed.
And Sargento is going to go with his staff.
Okay.
Rolls a 20.
A crit.
A crit.
Okay, Sargento, roll at 20 again, and I should have done this for Jalen as well. Add your luck modifier.
All right, so a 15.
Okay. This says you stab the enemy's weapon hand. The weapon is lost and knocked 1d10 feet away. Not applicable, but we'll say you knocked out some of his teeth.
Okay. And so that was a D4 also, right?
Yes.
So I rolled a 4. which should
Yeah, he's dead
knock
anyway.
out more than his teeth.
He's complete. Yeah, all his teeth are gone, along with his face. I believe you still have Towser to go.
Towser's up in the top.
Towser's right here.
All right.
He's fighting the same one that Samael and Deldrick are.
Towser. Towser has darts, so let's see what happens. I rolled a 10, so I probably do not connect.
Correct.
Then that is everyone for me.
All right. Mia, you're up.
Manuki will try and drive a dagger into the one directly in front of her.
Okay.
Ooh. With a 21 total.
Oh, yeah.
A 19 on the dice.
She got him.
4 damage.
Well, he's dead. His body plummets into the water, along with that of his brethren. Jen, you're up. No, you're not. We got 3 other characters.
Delco will again try to stab at this one. He's
Okay.
not very good.
Well, who is these days?
Oh, yeah, 14 with
Oh.
1 damage.
All right. Okay, this thing is still alive, but not much.
And let's see, Rosa is.
Rosa's here, and
She's back in the back.
yes, Sargento just killed the one that she could have gotten. If she moves around, she could fight this one.
Okay, she'll do that. Yeah.
Okay.
And before that, though, who was hurt? As somebody had gotten hurt earlier.
Yeah.
Was it Sargento?
I think Towser is very badly bitten. Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Okay.
both Towser and Sargento got bitten, but Towser may
Okay.
be worse.
Towser is worse
Okay.
for sure.
She missed.
Okay. Strack is back here and has not acted yet. He could squeeze in and attack that same one that Rosa just did.
Okay. If he can squeeze, he will attempt to squeeze.
There he is.
6. So that's a miss.
Yeah. All right. Now Jen is up.
I would like to go with Jeremiah's first, please.
Oogly doogly.
Okay, so he's going to take another swing at the one that's right in front of him.
Okay.
That was a 10 to hit.
That's a miss.
So then Annabelle's going to take a swing.
Okay.
Of 4.
It's dodging and weaving.
Jalen's going to turn around and try to get the one that's popped up right behind her. 3.
It's keeping real low.
And near Moira in the center there, I see another character. Was there no other ones right next to her?
No,
to her?
but she could now reach the one Jalen's fighting.
Then that's what she'll do.
All right. This crew has crowded out the one they're fighting, but yeah. What'd she get?
She critted on that.
You're kidding! We got another
I'm
crit.
not.
Dang, Jen.
Okay. So roll a d20 and add Moira's luck modifier.
Okay.
Excellent.
16.
You narrowly avoid the foe's counterstrike, inflict normal damage, and make another attack roll. If the second attack hits, you inflict an additional 1d6.
Right. So the first attack was 4, and then now it's time for the second attack. A 6 to hit.
Okay, the first attack did 4 damage.
Yes, sir.
Okay, well then the reason that your second attack misses is because you've already sent this thing flying over the edge dead, and you're just waving wildly in the air. It's too late. You've already killed it.
Yay!
Yay! That's all your people, right?
Yep, that's it.
Okay, so this strike... I'm sorry?
Did you say break soon?
Yes, I was hoping to finish the combat, but we can certainly take a break now. Let me finish this round, which means getting through the 2 remaining Shrike's turns, and then we will take our break, so we can come back at the top of the round. So this guy is going to attack Towser. 10 to hit.
The AC is 10, so is that a hit?
That is a hit for 1 point.
So Towser is no more. And I'm sorry.
Sorry, Tony. And then the other Shrike is still going to go for Annabelle, and that's a 3 to hit, so that's a miss. R.I.P. Towser. Oh, morning Towser in the chat. How many have we lost? 4 so far, I think. 4 out of 16 down. Okay, guys, we're going to take our 10-minute break. By my clock here, it's 10:09. We'll be back around 10:19. And we will see everyone then. Thanks for watching, and we'll see. Welcome back! Some of us remain alive in our adventure across the invisible bridge over the ocean to the hole in the sky where we are currently fighting Shrikes. And when I say we, I mean you guys. Let's keep it going. We just finished a round of combat, which puts us back at the top with Matt.
Yeah, so I'm going to fight with everyone. I think it's the only one left. That's the only one that's left, yeah?
There are 2 left, but only one that
left.
your characters care about. There's this one, which you are fighting with Samael and Deldrak. Towser died. I should take Towser off.
Towser did die.
I haven't removed his name tag yet. Remember when there were so many name tags?
And now there's just a few less.
Oh, I took off the wrong one. Hold on. Towser's gone. Okay. So, yeah, Deldrak and Samael are fighting the same one. Sargento's doing nothing.
Well, let's see. I'm going to go for... Going to start with Deldrak, and we'll see if he actually connects.
Okay.
He does not. He rolled a 4. So we'll go for Samael, who rolled a 17.
Oh, he hits.
Nice.
And 4 damage.
What weapon did Samael use?
He has a short sword.
Okay, he manages to chop this thing's head right off. It was already pretty damaged, and now it is done. How about Sargento? There's only one Shrike left, and it's this one up here.
I'm gonna leave. I'm actually going to move Sargento in the opposite direction of the creature as far as he can go.
Okay, he'll hang out back here with Manuki. All right. So that's Matt. Mia, you are up.
Rosa will take the opportunity to try and patch up Sargento a little bit. He was bitten, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know how healing works. At level
Yeah,
0, probably doesn't at all.
It doesn't really at all. It looked like.
She just puts a Band-Aid on him.
Yeah. Tears a little bit off of her skirt and wraps it around and ties a knot to stop the bleeding.
Yeah, one thing about this game, for the sake of our viewers, is that it's pretty hardcore with the healing. Taking like a whole long rest only restores 1 hit point. You're not going to get heals if you don't have a cleric, which we don't, because everybody has no class levels.
Delco will try and hopefully hit finally on that one up there at the front.
Alrighty.
He's getting frustrated because he thinks he's better than he really is. Rolled a 4.
Yeah, he did.
And that will be it. The others can't get there.
Okay. Yeah, you're right, Strack and Rosa at the back. Jen, you're up.
So right now, the only ones that can do something are Gimenez and Annabelle, right?
Correct. Although this is an abstraction of a bridge that continues for quite some time still, so Jalen could come around in front.
We'll see how this plays out first.
Okay.
So Gimenez, let me see I forget what he has. He has a dagger, so he slashes at the sea shrike with his dagger. 18 to hit.
That's a hit.
For a total of 2 damage.
And it only had 1 hit point left. Gimenez has slain the last of the sea shrikes.
And with that, Annabelle... No, I'm just kidding. That would be a good time.
It would be a good time. However, you all notice that Matthias, the squire, has done nothing this whole combat. Almost as though he lacks motivation. But he's back here. He's got a sword and everything. Nobody cares. He just lets you guys deal with it. So, what's that?
So there's always one.
Yeah, there's always one.
You say Manuki like gets up in his chest like, why didn't you help fight these things? Why didn't you help?
It was crowded. The bridge is wet and invisible. Why didn't you help?
I did. I killed one myself.
Well, then what do you need with me? Everybody's fine. Everybody's fine except the funny man.
See if I have your back if danger rears its ugly head again.
Oh, don't worry. And then he walks off without saying anything else. All right. What a crew. Bunch of commoners. Well done, guys. So, where were we? So that was day 3. This happened around midday as you were passing over this shipwreck in the ocean. So you all continue traveling forward, having no choice, for if you go backwards, you walk off the bridge again. Near the end of the 3rd day, you guys are going to reach the end of the bridge. Now, because the bridge is invisible, you are not going to know. So, let's have luck check from every character.
Manuki failed.
Okay. Let's have Manuki do a reflex save.
$14.
She has saved. She almost walks off the end of the bridge and does not. Did anyone else fail their luck check?
Yes, Samuel failed, but rolled an 18 if you were going to have him do a reflex.
Okay, so Samael almost goes off the side, discovering that the bridge is also narrowing. Jen, did any of yours fail?
Yes. Let's see. Jalen failed and she got a 5 on the reflex save. Moira failed and got a 6 on the reflex save.
Well, Jalen discovers the opposite of what Samael discovers when she walks off the other side of the bridge and is no more. She falls the full half mile down to the bottom where she ceases to be. Moira quite courageously walks off the end of the bridge and is gone.
Also, Gimenez failed the luck roll, but then he, on the reflex save, he crit succeeded.
Okay, well, Jeremias finds the edge of the bridge, backs up, and does like a little pirouette as he spins around, frantically trying to save his footing. And everyone is impressed, but also wondering why he would do such a thing, while he himself is the only one who realizes it was a complete accident. So.
Awesome.
So we have just lost some more characters. 7 out of 16 down, I think. So the bridge has now shrunk to its minimum size. It's 20 feet wide and 60 feet long. It does not continue in either direction from here. So you guys are basically standing on an invisible platform over the water, far, far out to sea. 3 days travel you've been walking on this bridge. It's been a long time since you have seen land. What will you do?
So, Deldrak does still have his heightened senses, and he can also find secret doors, if that's a thing, in this instance.
Deldrak cannot see anything.
I mean, I can see the ocean. I'm not blind.
Okay, he can see the ocean, the sky, and the other people, including the drowning ones below. But no, they're not drowning. They have they probably died on impact with the water. It's pretty high. Does anyone have any bright ideas?
Can we feel around the edge to see if there's like a stairwell or a stairwell, a set of stairs that lead down from this bridge?
You may feel around the edge, yes. I'll say that given that it's not wet anymore, and you guys are aware that there are edges, if you go carefully, that doesn't require a roll. You can easily feel around the edges and not discover anything.
I don't remember the name of the lady that was just collecting heads, but
She asked you to call her the Lady in Blue. She said if she so much as thought her real name, it would alert her enemies.
well, I can't think it because I don't know it. But maybe let's see who's going to do this. So Samuel is just going to start screaming like Lady in Blue and see if that gets any response.
Nothing at all. However, nothing. You guys, it's the end of the third day. It's starting to get dark. Nothing has happened.
Do we wait for the moon to rise again? That's what brought this bridge.
You have no information about what to do now. You were told that there would be a hole in the sky that you should step through. You see no such thing.
I can't think of an idea different than waiting for the moon. So let's do that.
All right, you guys wait. The moon comes up. It crosses the sky. There is no visible effect on your surroundings.
Well, at least the bridge didn't go away the same way it came. So
That's correct. The bridge remains. It will not disappear out from under you. It is still 20 by 60 feet. Will you guys sleep?
A couple of us would succumb to sleep. Strack is like, I could sleep. Darn you, Lady in Blue.
That's what I would say.
Yeah, he's definitely gonna sleep.
Okay.
He can sleep anywhere.
All right. So anyone who wants to sleep can. Anyone who was sick, you are free to sleep for 8 hours now and do your fort save. Is anyone who was sick still alive? I don't remember who was sick.
yeah, all of my sick people are still alive.
Okay, so yeah, let's have them do fortitude saves.
So Samuel rolled a 14,
Okay, he's better.
and Deldrek is a 9.
He is not better. Jen and Mia, did you guys have anyone sick still alive?
No, Myra died.
I had no sick people on my crew.
Okay. Well, Deldrek got better. The rest did him good. You guys wake up. It is now the next day after you've reached the end of the bridge. And you still see nothing but water and sky in every direction.
Do we have any tall people? Anybody? Like, if we're looking for a hole in the sky, we could reach with stuff. I'm not suggesting we throw anybody, but that is also an option.
It's a leap of faith. Like, where do you jump from? Manuki's pretty tall. But other than that, I don't know what to say.
I mean, if Manuki's tall enough, I don't know if my staff, if Sargento's staff would be of worth to just to see what happens if you just like, try to raise it as high as you can. I mean, we're all mostly human. We were told there was a hole in the sky. I'm just trying to think. I'm thinking as high as I can.
Well, if Manuki does take the staff and raise it up in the sky and wave it around, she will be successful at waving a staff around in the sky.
It finds nothing.
Finds nothing.
Empty air.
Well, it's not empty anymore. There's a staff in it. Any other ideas?
Could we just maybe do like an intelligence roll or something to see if we get any inspiration off that?
Sure. Anyone who wants to try and think things up can do so.
No, we're not having any luck there either. Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't have anybody intelligent left, and the one person I did not succeed on any kind of roll.
Well, you know what? This is actually a personality check.
Oh.
Let's get some people with good personality to do a couple rolls, see what we get.
Define good personality.
Higher numbers than others.
So if you roll it at trained then on the, I've got trained and untrained here. I don't know. So
Oh.
it's probably trained.
I don't know.
It may apply to skills, but
Yeah, maybe.
I've got a +1 and a +1. Yeah, I've got a +1 on one of the characters.
Okay. Well, let's roll it at +1 then.
I rolled a nat 1 on that.
Okay. Which character was that?
Delco of all people.
Delco's starting to feel depressed.
Yeah.
Yeah, nobody has a clue. So, Matt, did you roll that personality check?
Yeah, so I got a 12 on somebody who has a personality of 11. I don't know if that's worth anything.
Yeah, you got a 12. Not really. You've avoided depression, but otherwise, like, no bright ideas. So this entire day will pass now. And it will get dark again. The night will pass, and a new day comes. You are still on a bridge with no end and no beginning in the middle of the sky over the ocean.
Well, then I wouldn't say I've avoided depression.
I was going to say, I rolled another personality check, but with Manuki this time,
Okay.
and I rolled a 20. A nat 20.
Well, Manuki, against all odds, has faith that if one only waits, there must be a reason why you were all sent out here. It has to be for something. You had to wait for the bridge to appear. Maybe you have to wait for the hole. And as it turns out, Manuki is proven correct. Eventually, in the afternoon of the second day after you arrived here, a hole in the sky does appear. It looks like an odd shimmer of air off on the horizon to your left. It's moving across the sky. getting closer and closer to the bridge. It's about a 15-foot diameter window surrounded by crackling blue energy coming off of it. Through the opening, another world can be clearly seen with a magenta sky. Eventually, it will line up with the end of the bridge, and you are all able to step through. Is anyone not doing that?
What am I going to do? Sit in the sky for more days?
Yeah. All right. As you step through... Oh, what were you about to say, Mia?
I was just all in, yeah.
All in, yeah. As you step through the hole, your ears pop. There's a sudden warmth in the place that makes you momentarily dizzy. It's clearly a different world. The air is misty, and the sky is a bright magenta color. You're standing in what appears to be some sort of bamboo forest, only the bamboo is thinner and flatter than you've ever seen. Looking behind you, you can't see the portal. Those of you who came first see your companions stepping in through thin air. The air is heavy, has an oppressively intense scent like saffron. Off in the distance, you see a single structure. The mist limits your visibility, but it's large and it's dark, rising out of the mist ahead.
Yeah, let's go that way.
All right. Sorry, guys, 1 second. Oh, man. Excuse me. I muted my microphone, but then I didn't sneeze right then, and then it snuck up on me after I unmuted. So that's how that went. If you guys are going to march straight towards this structure, it's going to take you about 4 hours to get there. However, about 2 hours in, something happens. And I'm going to roll this D5 to find out what it is. Ah, a dude shows up. He is unhappy. Just a moment. So,
Steve,
yes, ma'am.
I'm worried about family emergency upstairs. Can I step away
You may.
real quick?
Absolutely. Okay, so the one of these that I was looking for was unfortunately wedged into the cabinet, but I've got it now. And everyone who remains alive is on here. While Jen is away, do you guys want to do anything else as you travel? No.
Nothing comes to mind.
Okay.
What's around us?
It's
Just bamboo.
yeah. Why don't you roll me an intelligence check?
So Samuel rolls a 19.
Okay, that's pretty good. Samael will now realize as he looks at this bamboo structure around him that it actually very closely resembles grass, only gigantic. You guys are walking through what is essentially a giant lawn. And then Rick Moranis shows up.
I'd say, are there any large animals about? Good Lord.
No, there is something that's going to happen. I'm trying to kill time till Jen gets back, but you see.
I won't be back, Steve. I have to go.
Okay. You know what? We're pretty far into the night. Let's put a pin in this until next week.
You don't have to do that for me.
Oh, we're gonna.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks. Love you guys. See you later.
All right. We'll see you
Thanks,
soon.
Jen.
I hope everything is okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so that unfortunately happens sometimes. It's the nature of life. But thank you guys for playing this far into it. Yeah, I think that's a reasonable stopping place anyway. You guys have made it a little less than halfway through this book. It's going to go faster next time, I think, because we'll have fewer characters. And a couple of the characters we have now will be controlled by Tony if he makes it back. So, what do you guys think of the game so far?
Yeah, I like the idea of funneling the characters. I mean, I know I've still got some of my, I'm still looking at the one, I've still got one left, that, again, we didn't want to discuss which I liked best, but
Yeah.
you may be able to suss that out. But yeah, I like funneling the characters and just the sheer terror of rolling straight down the line, like no dropping the lowest dice and placing your stats where you want them. You just go for it and rely on luck. So.
Yeah, I like that part too. Because it also, I think it inherently removes some of the emotional attachment that you have to a character that you built. Like when you choose stats and you place things where you want them and you have a concept. This kind of flies in the face of all that and says you take what you get. And then some of what you get is going to fall off an invisible bridge in the sky.
Right.
And you take what's left. Well, yeah.
I think the level 0 stuff is interesting just because, your instinct is to build backstories and stuff, and this is just yeah, don't worry about that until we tell you which character you're gonna be playing as, and then you've gotten to a certain point in the story where maybe that affects what you think your backstory was or how that might change anything.
Yeah.
I mean, because we're all coming from these commoner tasks or mundane jobs or whatever, and then we're gonna potentially become great. So
yeah, it's interesting the way it feels very mechanical when you read it, but when you play it, it's like we are creating what's going to be the backstory for whoever the hero ends up being. I definitely also wanted to point out, I'm gonna turn this little camera back on for a minute because I really wanted to show off the book itself. When I bought this game, I didn't know I was buying it. I got this on a Humble Bundle, and because of the title, Dungeon Crawl Classics, I mistakenly assumed I was buying a bunch of adventures, a bunch of PDF adventures that were like classic D&D adventures that someone was reprinting or adapting. I didn't look closely. It was cheap. I just bought it. When I looked at what I'd bought, I discovered it was an entire game unto itself. And after reading it and reading about it, I realized that I was in love with it. And I used the coupon from the Humble Bundle to buy the hard copy. But I just wanted to show off how amazing this book is.
The artwork is phenomenal in there.
It really is outstanding. This is color. Most of it is not in color. But they have some of the original artists from the old TSR D&D days worked on this book, and the amount of art in here is insane. This is the table of contents. I could turn, I'm sure there's a page somewhere in here without a drawing on it, but I haven't found it yet. Like, it's nuts how much.
You feel like the book could be a third the size it is if they just stripped out some artwork. But yeah, I love that there's that much art in there.
It's fantastic.
And then,
do you have the hard copy too, Mia?
I do, and I also picked up the Mutant Crawl Classics as well, which is a really nice book.
Oh, wow.
It's thinner, but yeah, it's full of some nice artwork too.
Well, I definitely recommend anyone who's interested in this kind of thing to pick this one up, because the mechanics are fun, as we've been seeing all night, and the artwork is beautiful. This is one of those books that I think is worth owning just as a piece of art, even if you never end up playing it. But by all means, do play it. Yeah, so that's going to be it for tonight. We had to wrap up early, not that early, honestly, not that big of a deal. So we will see everyone next week. Hopefully we have our full crew back by then. Thank you everyone for watching. Thank you to you guys and to Jen for playing. And I will see you all next week.
Thank you for having us, Steve.